Hellos, and this is another evening that God has given unto us, and I hope all of us we had an awesome moment through the day, and we have achieved all our goals. Today, this evening, we have we are going on with our yesterday's talk, and we will handle the issue on drug abuse, and I know God will help us to do it according to His will. We have a visitor with us, and he will introduce himself as we go on, as the time goes on, and as we go on with the talk. And I know God will bless us. And as before we begin our talk, we will introduce ourselves, or we will remind ourselves all of our names, and I know God will bless us. Yeah. Starting with me, SK Saman, and I'm blessed. And we'll go to the far end. We will know his name. Then all the way to my guest, and he will tell us his name, and also if is possible or he is willing to share what he does. We will appreciate very much. So to our brother.
Okay, hello guys. My name is Peter Kuria. I'm ready for this, and I believe to be able to share more with you. And also, I believe that all those who are going through this challenge of drug abuse will be able to transform their lives. Thank you.
Hello, what's up guys? It's me again, Mary Moya. Today I don't have much to say. We're going to talk about our topic. So today we're going to talk about drug abuse. Let's see what we have. Stay tuned.
Well, hello, my name's John Stowe. I am a plumber by profession, and I'm thankful for them they invited me here. I hope you'll have a good moment. Stay tuned.
Wow, awesome. May God bless us. Stay tuned, subscribe, like, comment, share to your friend, so that you're gonna reach as many people as possible. Now, as we start, we need to know about drug abuse. There is two different ways of drug abuse, and of which we have our doctor here, of which I think he gonna explain to us more about drug abuse, so that first of all we're gonna understand what is drug abuse, then we're gonna chip in on that. So I will request to our doctor to just explain a little bit about, or state what is drug abuse. Kindly please explain to us.
Okay, before I introduce about drug abuse, obviously we all know that we have two types of drugs. We do have those drugs that are legally, and we have those drugs that are illegal. For those drugs that are legally allowed, we find that there are some of the people maybe who want to take off their life, or maybe those people who want to commit suicide. We find that they are taking drugs in overdose. That is also a form of drug abuse. For the illegal drugs, we find those people who are using drugs like bang, cocaine, heroin, and we find that all those drugs, they are affecting those people mentally, physically, and also spiritually. Because majority of those people who are using those drugs, we find that majority of them, they are not into active businesses. They are those guys who are conducting illegal businesses, and for them to sustain themselves, you'll find that there are some of the things that they are doing for them to get cash to buy those drugs. And for all those types of drugs, you'll find that it is the youths who are using them. Be it that some of them, they are in campuses, those who are in our societies, and you'll find that if those people, they are not well mentored and they are not well guided, you find that we are going to lose a lot of people due to drug abuse. So that's just a simple introduction about drug abuse.
Wow,
Yes.
that's awesome. Yeah, this you have said about there are two types of drug abuse, and there this pandemic which is going on, and most of the people they are using the drug abuse so that they gonna lower their stresses. Specifically, like there are those who are using the band, others drinking a lot of alcohol so that they're gonna lower their stresses, because there are those who are unemployed, there are those who need something to eat but they can't afford it, so they are looking for friends who gonna, they are just going to friends who are just helping them so that they gonna move with life, and they gonna lower their stress and depression and all those kind of burnouts. I think we're gonna chip in about this. What most probably, apart from unemployment, what else is these issues that are affecting youth so that they're gonna enter into this drug abuse in this period of pandemic?
First of all, you find that majority of the youths they are idle, and it is always said that an empty mind is devil's workshop. And you find that they are having a group of friends, and those friends you find that they do have different types of habits. If, for example, you are having a group of 3 friends, the 2 of them they are using drugs, you'll also, due to peer pressure, you'll be forced also to try and feel what they're feeling. And by just trying that, you just find that within a period of time you'll be addicted. And find that the moment you are addicted and you don't have enough money to buy those drugs, you just engage into crime activities for you to get cash to buy those drugs. Yes.
And at okay, and or if you're gonna talk about at this juncture or at this period of pandemic, how gonna we say that hii drug abuse kuna vile may affect the youth most probably at this moment ya pandemic?
First of all, let me say that majority of the youths they have lost their jobs. That's one thing. And you'll find that majority of them, if they don't have if they are not working, you'll find that they are idle. And the moment that they are idle, you'll find that they be looking for friends who will be keeping them company.
Okay.
And if they are, you're just walking around with friends who are having bad morals. It is always say that bad company kills good morals.
Sure.
And you find that if you're just working with those guys who are having those bad morals, you end up being in their group.
Sure.
Whether you are willing, but the best thing that we can do, it is just ensuring that it's a humble request to the government. At least we have enough rehabilitation centers, because you find that majority of the people, yes, they are addicted to those drugs. Some of them they want to move out of those drugs, or maybe they want to stop using the drugs, but the rate at which they are addicted, they are unable to pull out. So if at any case we have enough rehabilitation centers, and those guys they are well counseled, you'll find that we'll be able to save a lot of youths.
Oh,
Yes.
that's awesome. To my sister and my brother, do you think there is any other way that have really affected youth in this pandemic, of which it is leading to this drug abuse?
Yeah, depression. For example, maybe niko na gang ya mabeshti, and maybe hao mabeshti kuna wenye wako into drug abuse. Na maybe me I'm not into that, but since naona kenye wanafanya, naona maybe this is something, naona ni kama tu food. Unaona kama vile naweza kuja na chapo, sintawakatia nini wote. So wanaona maybe mtu anaona it's a good thing they are doing, and sasa unakuwa involved pia to the same thing. Unaona, na the moment ushaingia into the same thing it's very hard kutoka. Hizi ni vitu tumekuwa tukiona into daily basis. Huwezi toka, utatoka but ni ngumu. So unapata hii ya peer pressure inakuanga so much worse than yenye ya hawa wenye ni addict, kwa sababu mpaka yeye anaifanya even into a more, anaiextend. Unaona, so peer pressure imechangia sana.
Well, in my opinion, that sometimes you'll find that someone is going through so much and they are not able to handle whatever it is that they are going through. And they look for other ways instead of venting to someone like venye naweza kuja kwako nikwambie whatever it is that I'm going through.
Yeah.
Yani nikaa hivyo naweza kaa hivyo nifikirie this problem that I have doesn't have a solution, ama the only solution is me. Like there's no any other person that can help me. So utapata mtu kama huyo amejaribu kutafuta other ways to relieve stress. Because that's what I call stress.
Sure.
Having problems that you can't handle. That's what I call stress. Like unapata some problems, yes, ziko and there are solutions. Maybe you can talk to someone, then maybe you may talk to a counselor, something kitu kama hiyo. But still there are those people that are very insecure and they really like their privacy.
Sure.
Hawapendi kuongea vitu zao, kama ni mashida wanapenda tu kudeal nazo peke yao.
Yeah.
So utapata mtu kama huyo ameenda kurelieve stress na drug. Like tuseme nikilewa sahi, I'll probably fall asleep all through the night. Like nikiwa sober instead, I might wake up at some time, maybe tuseme 2 ama 3, then the problems will come haunting me again. So I believe some people or some youths use drugs as a way of running from their problems.
Wow. So it seems that because of how people are really affected with the issues which are going on, or this pandemic, that's why it is leading them to get it or being introduced to these drugs.
Also, on that peer pressure thing, there's also this set of people that don't have a thick skin. By a thick skin, I mean those people mindset yao say strong. Like if you see me using something, maybe alcohol, you want to, maybe nikuze nikwambie that this is good, how I'm feeling, things of that sort. Maybe nikuambie alleged benefits. Good. Well, I wouldn't say that alcohol really, okay, I wouldn't say that alcohol makes people do bad things ama ikuwe inakusaidia ku relieve your stress. But it depends on how you take it.
Sure.
Yeah, you might take alcohol just for the pleasure. Yani unaweza kunywa tu pombe ukae tu, yani uko tu hivyo tu. Like
kanini tikol kadak. The
Kanini
small
eti.
is not bad for the stomach.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, even in the Bible we had Jesus talking about it, didn't we?
I won't talk much about the Bible at the moment. Okay. Because that will be a big discussion. So okay.
So sometimes it happens. Unaweza kuwa unataka ku just for the pleasure of it, some for leisure. And maybe you've gone out, umehang out na mabeshte, mnataka kupiga sherehe, something of that sort.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's not all about the problems. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not all about the problems. Could also be maybe the party is just a party. Maybe once in a while. Sisemi ile ya kila siku. Unajua kuna ile ingine ya kila siku. Yeah, that's what they call alcoholism, ile ya kila siku. But hii ingine ya kupiga sherehe once in a while, I believe that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
For people above 18.
Not everybody. Okay. I think
Also,
okay, in this case or in this issue about drug abuse, yeah, I know it have the effects, and I want that we're gonna discuss, or we know about these effects or the side effects of drug abuse, and I need to hear from my friends.
okay, personally I'll talk about 3, and I will give a chance to the rest of the panel. And one of them, mostly, let me talk about the students. You find that you will have something like school dropouts, because you find that the moment that you're using those drugs, you end up maybe having very bad behaviors, and you find that you will not be able to suit the environment of the school. So you will definitely have a lot of school dropouts. And in this case, if you have school dropouts, the next thing that will come up is you'll be able to have early marriages and early pregnancies. Because the moment that you're using those drugs, you find that you'll not be able to have control over yourselves. You'll be able to indulge in early sex, unprotected sex, and the moment you indulge into those, you'll be able to get those early pregnancies. And by indulging to unprotected sex, you'll be able also to get some infections. And one of the biggest one is the HIV. The moment you are using those drugs and you are not in position of controlling yourself, you'll find that you'll be able to get some diseases like HIV and also other STIs. Another thing, you'll find that those guys who are using hard drugs, for example those who inject themselves, you'll find that they are using the same needle to inject themselves, because I will use it, I will share it with my sister here, then she will share it with the other person. So if I was infected in the first place, I'll be able to spread the disease.
Sure.
The other one, you'll find that something like the use of cigarettes, or maybe the smoke. Let me talk about the smoke. Right now we are having the COVID coronavirus, and you'll find that the moment I'm smoking and I share it with my sister here, and I'm having COVID, I will definitely share the virus to her. You get what I'm saying? And so I believe that all these things we can be able to overcome if we'll be able to have good morals and avoid the use of those drugs.
Okay,
Yes.
that's awesome. Let's get to next person.
Oh, the effects that I'm going to talk about will be poverty and hallucinations. So for poverty, the moment you start using drugs, and the moment you start using drugs, at some point utapata ume black out. Like, let's say you are supposed to go to you are at your house, you may black out, and you left your door open, so somebody comes and steals from you. So that will contribute to some level of poverty. Maybe you had some savings, but still it will bring you down to some level. At the same time, you've seen dads and brothers, maybe sisters, mothers using drugs then wamekuja kwa nyumba, maybe wametoa TV, wamechukua kitu wameuza, wamechukua shamba yenu wameuza. Sasa result umepata, you've been chased from that land, ama maybe umefungiwa nyumba. So utapata those, if they had family ama children, they start suffering, and they become, let's say, some kind of a laughing stock. The other one is hallucinations. Well, the main effects of hallucinations is that it brings about emotional imbalance. Okay. The minute you start having hallucinations, unakuwa, unaanza kufikiria maybe I'm going mad, kitu kama hiyo, maybe siko, maybe I'm not normal, something is wrong with me. Inakuletea hiyo emotional imbalance na inaweza mess up kichwa yako.
Wow. There is something I'm gonna request, jaribu kuelezea vizuri, because kunaweza kuwa kuna mtu hajaelewa about being blackout.
Blacking out ni ile hali ya kupoteza consciousness, like you've been drinking, maybe ikakuwa ni too much for your body. So kuna wale wenye ukikunywa sana either utatapika itoke ikuishe, ama usipotapika blackout, yani like
be unconscious.
Like maybe partial fainting. Okay. Ni kama umefaint but si ile medically, ni ile tu yenye umelewa.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much. Now I will introduce to our videographer.
Hello guys, Kevin here. It's another time I've joined you. I'm the videographer. I'm good here, and today we are talking about drug and drug abuse. Drug, scientifically, it's something that alters your body operations, like it makes your body active or inactive in any given way. Drug abuse, as I understand it is the use of drugs, medicines in a wrong way. Like, I'll give you an example. Taking 10 Panadols instead of 2 Panadols for 3 times a day. That's drug abuse. But the drug abuse we are talking about today is the use of the hard drugs apart from medicines. We also have other drugs, and those are not medicines. Those drugs we are talking about are bunk, cocaine, heroin, nicotine, and other drugs that are believed to be illegal to our country, Kenya. These are most of the drugs that youths enter into taking them without conscience. I'll tell you this. Nowadays, we have COVID-19 effect. And one of the COVID-19 effects are drug abuse. So, nowadays, the youths, and not older people or younger people, the youths, we are faced by this thing. We abuse drugs. One of the reasons being lack of jobs. That's unemployment. Idleness, yeah, and no jobs completely in Kenya. So you find that when we youths have no jobs, we are idle either, or we are doing nothing. When we are idle, we engage ourselves in drugs, and this affects our moral life situations. Let me tell you one thing. Drug abuse is one of the major moral killer. This kills our moral values. It kills our everything. And it makes us get out of mind. We abuse drugs due to idleness, lack of jobs. Like, unaniona ama unaona mwenzangu ama a group of us, we have no job. We are idle. Tuko idle hivyo tu. So like, you get yourself joining us. When you join us, you start abusing drugs. Like, ukapata mimi navuta bangi, you are idle, you have no something to do. Unakuja kwangu nakwambia, try this, it's something good. Yeah, you'll feel high, you'll feel better. Try it, smoke, get a puff. That's what we call drug abuse. And you are idle. You are either having no job, you are out of work, you have been given an X, you can't attend your job because of COVID-19 cases. There is COVID, there is reduction of workers. So when workers are reduced, they go out there walking all around, walking up and down, looking for jobs. But because there is no job, you come to me, I tell you, let's do this, let's smoke weed, let's inject ourselves with this. We inject, we smoke, we do everything just to reduce stress. So by reducing stress, we go all along smoking weed, taking alcohol, and then we get over to our immoral activities. Yeah, we get into crime, we steal. Like, you cannot afford to buy drugs without money. You must have money. So without money, without work, you can't buy drugs, and you can't afford to abuse drugs. My guys, I'll tell you this for free. Let's stay away from drugs. They have effects. I'll tell you the effects. 1, school dropout. You will drop out of school for drugs. Dropping out of schools entails you are out of school. So when you are out of school, you are not under supervision of a teacher. Neither are you under supervision of a parent. For those two supervisors, when you are out of their sight, either you go into immoral activities. The immoral activities include early pregnancies, early marriages, addiction. You'll get addicted to drugs. Addiction causes hallucination. You'll start feeling like, yani unahisi, ushaisikia, unasikia venye usikii, you don't even know whatever you are thinking about or whatever you are feeling. Unasikia ujui aje, hivyo, that feeling, unasikia ujui aje. Yeah? So, those are effects of drugs. My guys, let's keep safe. Go according to the governmental instructions. Keep distance. Regularly wash your hands with running water and soap. Wear your mask and keep social distancing to help eradicate this virus. COVID-19 is real. Stay safe, keep safe. Kevin here.
Thank you very much, our videographer, for all that you have helped us to get the summary. Now, we are concluding our talk today. I have nothing else to add apart from to thank you all for your points, your contribution. May God bless you very much and have a very awesome moment full of God's grace. To you, our viewers, I really appreciate you very much. Your views, your comments, your likes, your subscription. God bless you very much. Even your shares, I will appreciate very much as I get to see more subscribers. Be blessed and have an awesome moment.
Good night.
We will just say the grace and then we'll leave. Now, the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ and the love of God and the fellowship and the Holy Spirit be with us now and forevermore. Amen. Be blessed. Shalom.